I'm Mike.
I'm Jason.
This is Snake Envy. This is Spice Cake, of course, for those of you that have been following along. This is the patternless bull snake, the white side that we had been taming down here for a few weeks. She is in blue, so we've already spooked her here once and got a couple of hisses, but today everybody's out of brumation.
Yep. Gonna start pairing some stuff next week and start the breeding process. We have a few projects we're excited to show you today. I'm excited to show you too, myself.
I'm excited to see them. Yeah, the room is full again. We've got everybody's out of brumation, so this is the exciting time of year. And what's interesting is we started this channel a little over a year ago, pretty much at this time. All the snakes were in brumation when we started the channel. I think the first video we did was a tour of your brumation room. And then, that led us into breeding season. And for me as a hobbyist, we've talked about this on the channel, but this is heaven for me because this is the stuff we as hobbyists don't get to see. And we get to see everybody pairing up, and we get to see the eggs, and we get to see them hatching. And so this is exciting stuff.
Get to see the end result too.
Yeah. Get to see where they come from when we make those purchases. So give us a quick overview of maybe 4 or 5 of the projects that you're most excited about. I know you always have a few you don't want to tell anybody about, and I guess that's all right. But give us a quick overview of maybe the 4 or 5 that you're really looking forward to this spring.
The one I'm most excited about is aneuphoristic, long-blotched, gray-banded king snakes. That's never been done before. And where the aneuphoristic is more of a alternate phase, it may take a few generations to get what we want. A long white blotch, it may, just because they want to be reduced blotch, but with some selective breeding we'll get there. So yeah.
And that was a project a friend of yours had kind of developed the long blotch, and now you're going to take it to another level.
We're just going to add to it.
Excellent. What else?
We have some Utah Mountain Kings. I've never done though. Never hatched any. Locally caught with a permit a couple years ago, and hopefully this year is more of a success, and we'll see how that goes.
Is this so last year was the first year they were of breeding age, or?
I bred, yeah, they were. She laid 1 egg. 1 egg, and she's plenty big enough. But that's a big egg, and it was a big egg, but it just didn't make it. So hopefully.
Everybody's familiar with the Arizona Mountain Kings. How do the Utah Mountain Kings differ? They're beautiful.
There's really no difference.
They look
visually. Yeah. There's no difference.
They look very, very similar.
And they've put them all, lumped them all together now.
So okay.
They're not.
So it's not even certain. It's more of a locality.
Yeah, it's just a locality thing now. They're all pyro. So.
Perfect. What else?
We have some Kentucky pines.
I am really excited for those.
Yeah.
Now, you didn't breed those last year. Was that?
We did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did, but that was the first year we had.
That was the first year. Okay.
Yeah.
And were there just a few?
It was 2 eggs, and it was a pair.
Okay, so you had 2. That's what it was last year. Is it was just there weren't many.
And
and they may have even sold so quickly that we never even really.
Oh, they didn't go anywhere. They're here.
Oh, you still got them. You held them back.
Them, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So yeah, there's something there where I think those I kind of miss those. So that is fun. I love the Kentuckys. They are gorgeous. What's next?
And this is the other one I'm super excited about. Is I'm gonna call these bumblebee bulls. We expect some amazing black and yellow bulls, and this will be the first year.
How many years have you been working on these now?
It's 3 years now. So
okay, 3.
It's not been a long time. It's just it took them that long to get to size. The F1s, and so the real fireworks and the real stunners are going to happen when we breed these back together this year.
Right.
That's when we're going to see some amazing stuff.
So you've been raising up holdbacks to this point.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I remember talking to you about those a few years ago.
Yep.
And you were very excited about this project. So this year we might see, because you have some adults, and they're not, I know they're not where you want them to be. The yellows aren't quite as vibrant as that one.
One of them in particular, it's an F1, and it's already looking that nice. The F2s are just going to blow some socks off.
Okay.
If you're not excited about this, then
don't know what to tell you.
Because
I'm excited.
It's going to be.
Because,
I'm very confident, and I haven't even got the results yet, and I'm pretty confident it's going to be pretty awesome.
Because what you've described and what you're hoping for, it reminds me, I've seen wild-caught pictures of, not necessarily Kankakee, but in that vicinity, that Wisconsin, Illinois area. And some of the wild-caughts up there, really, really bright yellows.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
And black,
they're
too.
Few and far. Yeah, the contrast. Yeah. And I've seen some photos of some ones up there that were just unreal. They didn't look real.
Yeah, Kankakee's the popular one.
Yeah.
But there's areas right around there that are just as nice, or maybe even nicer.
The colors are brighter, more vibrant.
I've seen some from Wisconsin that were nicer.
Yes, I think those are the photos I've seen too, is from that area. So that's cool. Anything else? You mentioned Mex-Mex.
Yeah, there's always stuff.
Okay.
Do we have time?
We do. We'll hit 4 or 5 at least. Okay. Maybe a bonus one. But so let's get started. Let's show you these pairings and show you what. And then Jason can kind of fill in a little more about what he's hoping, what he's expecting, and what he hopes to get out of them.
We'll show you all about them.
And as we've talked about now a few times on the channel, and something that for me as a hobbyist, maybe I didn't quite understand perfectly, the parents aren't always as impressive as what the offspring is going to be.
These these bumblebees are a prime example.
Yeah.
I mean, they're nice, but they're not going to be anything like the offspring.
So we'll touch on that a little bit too, and particularly on those long blotches. We'll show you what, go from this to where he's hoping to get to. But let's get into the snakes.
She really is a good snake.
All right, Jason, what's first up?
All right, we're going to check out these gray banded king snakes. This is a aneuphoristic long blotched gray banded king. We'll just show you first of all, we'll show you what a long blotch gray banded king snake, that one blotch.
We have filmed this snake several times, and that first saddle is about half the length of the snake. It's amazing.
So this is all going to be white to pinkish white.
Wow.
That's what we expect. Gray, black, and white instead of orange.
Wow.
And so my buddy Joel Reap at Prismatic Reptiles, he did the breeding. He borrowed the aneuphoristic male, or had the male. He borrowed, actually I think it was this female here. She wants to eat me. This is the mother. And she's smaller than they are.
She's got a decent sized long blotch as well.
Yep. And so my buddy Joel, he has to get some credit for this too. Alright, I have 4 babies. We split the babies. I got 2.2. This one's my favorite one of the group. I mean, the eyes alone, but these colors and these pinks, that this pink color instead of orange. I mean, it is orange, but it's not your traditional gray-banded king snake orange.
Faded compared to the.
It's a marker.
Yeah.
It is a marker for aneuphoristic, and so that's how you can tell.
So we're hoping to get several shades lighter than this.
Oh yeah, some of them are pink, like a real pink. And like I was telling you that it's an alternaphase, and it's going to take some time to get these blotches, long. But we'll show you some individuals. These two look very similar, while these two are kind of similar to each other. Well, these ones are not bad.
Definitely darker.
Definitely darker. And then I remember. Oh, and they're gonna probably. Can't tell if it's a male or female. But, yep, that's our project. We're gonna see what happens. I kind of want to breed these two together. I like the look of these two right here. But
seems like the most promise for lighter saddles.
I think this is the girl right. Yeah, that's a girl right here. And they're ready for dinner, and they can smell it in here.
Yeah, it is feeding day, so everyone perks up as soon as we open the
Get a close
tubs.
up of this guy's face. This gal's face. She's cute.
Gorgeous eyes.
One of my favorite snake species.
Ditto.
Right below.
Should we look at the Mex-Mex while we're here?
Right here. And guess who produced these? Joel Reap at Prismatic. He bred these. He bred two different bloodlines. I think one was a Don Shores line, and I don't remember the other one off the top of my head. But I've never worked with Mex-Mex until this pair, and I'm excited. I love this dark look. There's the speckly ones, but I kind of like the traditional blotching. These are not as blocky and square as typically, but I'm hoping that they'll throw some like that. But I do like this dark. Look how dark this is.
It's gorgeous.
I like the dark. It's almost like fire and lava. And here they are. Central Utah pairing.
Well, they're already paired up.
I did pair. This is the girl. And this is an adult pair. They're not like big snakes by any means. I'll just separate them. It's always give them a break. Give them a break. Don't keep them together for weeks and weeks.
The longer kings are together, you start running into potential for cannibalism.
Yep. These guys are so docile. Pyros, in the wild, they're predators. They're like a leopard on the hunt after lizards and stuff. But as far as they're intimidated by large prey. I don't think they're going to attack each other if they're scared of large prey.
Yeah.
As fierce as a predator as they can be, they really aren't as, fierce as they.
Less risk with these than, say, like California kings
but it is
or
neat.
NBKs.
This is a neat species to observe in the wild. When they come out in the mornings and the late evenings and they go on a hunt. And they truly go on a hunt. It's pretty neat.
And they're very reclusive, frequently under rocks, under cover.
Yep.
When you're out in the wild looking for these, you got to go looking for them.
Well, the way I do it is I hike them. I wait till they're active. That way I don't have to disturb habitat. I go hike them out when they're out and about. That way I'm not disturbing habitat.
What's next?
All right.
As we mentioned, it's feeding day today.
Let's see. I want to find the prettiest one. And it might be this one. But this is the ingredients for, and she's a little mess, but this is the Bumblebee Bowl project. Look how dark we already are, and yellow we already are. These babies are going to blow her away. Her own babies.
And for those that are familiar, very similar to a Kankakee bowl.
So this is a cross between a Kankakee and a yellow.
So Kankakee and yellow, and that's what the starting point was.
Yep.
And yeah, the contrast on this one is really good. The yellows may not be as vibrant as you're hoping for, but
that's pretty good.
But the contrast is there.
That's pretty good. Look at this face.
Definitely a pretty snake.
And she smells food. She's
yes.
she's ready.
Food's right next to us.
And we got a few more. I think she's the prettiest one, so I'm gonna stop. And she's coming after me. She's
like, I smell it. Why are you keeping me from it?
She's gonna be good. She's a sweetie, but you just don't want to get tagged. That's the Kentucky.
For those who might be unfamiliar with them, that is the male Kentucky pine.
Kentucky Northern.
The female's in blue right now, so we're just going to show the male. And bonus, you get a feeding video. There's a rat snake pairing for you.
Texas Leucistics. And we're gonna breed this. This is a wild caught animal. She's gonna get bred into them to outcross. And look at these colors. She ran off real quick, but you need to show her off because she's pretty. Got me. Yep, that's a good old Texas rat for you.
Now, this is a Texas locality, correct?
Yep. No, it's Alabama.
Alabama. Gorgeous. So this very colorful one, you're going to outcross with those leucistics.
Yep.
And what result will that give you in terms of percentages? A lot of normals.
Normal 100%. Het for leucism.
Normals, and then het for the leucistics.
I really don't want to get bit.
That's a beauty. She got me pretty good.
Did she?
Yeah. Well,
I should have warned you.
Could have been worse, but
I should have warned you.
Just tooth marks. No.
Gosh, she mussed the crap out of me. Oh yeah.
That rat snake got me as I moved the hide. That's one of the dangers of messing with snakes on feeding day. Walk us just briefly here in conclusion what the next few weeks look like. You start kind of with the milks, some of the kings, they're usually the earliest, correct? In terms of pairings, you do have a rat snake pairing over here.
Yeah, these rat snakes will go early. The bull snakes go right away. The gray-banded king snakes are going to be off a few more weeks, probably 3. I'd imagine the Mex-Mex are the same. They're a Mexicana. They tend to breed later. Well, that's not true. There, I breed right away. I don't know. I've never bred them. So
right. So you'll be experimenting this year.
I'll find out. Or maybe I need to do some research. But a lot of this stuff will go right away, and then there's some stuff that will take some time. The San Diego Gophers, Sinaloans, Sonorans, all that stuff will 2 months from
Really?
like usually about week 10 they'll start breeding after hibernation. So that's a big difference than 4.
Yeah, big difference. All right. So we got an exciting couple months coming up.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thanks.